I was in a lot of pain. There was a lot of blood. It was a very scary sight.
A nearly deadly dose sparking a Southwest Florida woman's cries for help to come clean. Employees at White Sands Treatment Center in Fort Myers say they've seen a huge spike in patients making their New Year's resolution to get sober.
And tonight, one recovering addict sharing her story and message of support with 4 in Your Corner's Katie Jones. She joins us live in the studio with more. Katie.
Well, for many of us, we set a goal to give up sweets or maybe even soda, but for some Southwest Floridians, the addiction runs deep, and they've made life-saving resolutions to get clean.
She met her demons decades ago. Not even old enough to drive, this Southwest Florida recovering addict who didn't want to reveal her identity says with just one sip, her life started spiraling out of control.
So I started drinking, and I'm getting high at a very early age. I was about 14 years old.
The alcohol and marijuana turned into crack and cocaine, and soon enough, she was taking each breath as if it could be her last.
I remember putting my family through a lot. My mother not knowing if she was going to get a phone call, from the police or someone telling her that her daughter was dead.
For years, she was suffocated by drinking and drugs. It cost her a home and her children, but she wasn't fazed by it. The only thing that mattered was where and how to get the next fix. That is until one day she knew she'd hit rock bottom.
I was alone in an attic. There were no cell phones then, and I had no way of calling anyone, and I was giving birth to my daughter in an attic by myself.
It was a Good Samaritan who heard the screams that she says saved her life. She checked into rehab and has been drug-free for 17 years. Brandon Short with White Sands Treatment Center in Fort Myers says admitting addiction to yourself is the hardest part. But the first week of 2016 alone, he says they've seen up to 45 new patients who've made it their New Year's resolution to get clean.
This year with the increase in heroin, specifically in opiates and heroin, we have seen an increase in the admission rates for the opiate and the heroin, but also with drugs and alcohol as well this time of year.
While the success rate is large, Short says relapse isn't rare and addiction doesn't discriminate. They treat people as young as 18 and as old as 75. So he says it's important to surround yourself with support, like that from this survivor who says her journey is far from over, but is beyond blessed to have made it this far.
I always like to give back what was freely given to me. I believe that anybody with the willingness can stay clean a day at a time. There's hope. There's hope for us all. I'm living proof of that.
Now, if you or someone you know is battling addiction and would like to get help, I have posted some information to our website. Just head to fox4now.com. Live in the studio, Katie Jones, Fox 4 in your corner.
All right.